and it says, hi everybody, I think we should start now. My name's Bill Russell. I'm the Associate Dean International here in the School of Business at the University of Dundee. And today we're going to talk about the MSc in Professional Accountancy, and we're very fortunate to have Gizella Marton here, who is the program leader on the program to talk with us. I think what we will do, Gizella, just say hello to start off with.
Hi everyone.
Excellent. Gizella's great. She looks after this program with loving attention and care for the students. So it'll be good to chat to her a little bit further on. But I think I'll share with you some overheads, and that will allow me to talk a little bit about the business school and the university. So hopefully this works. How's this going? Gizella?
Yes, I can
you can see
it.
that?
Maybe you want to make a slideshow. Yep, perfect.
How about that? Okay, so we're just going to talk a little bit about the School of Business, the university, and then talk in more detail about the MSc Professional Accountancy degree. The business school at the University of Dundee is relatively new. It's been around for about 7 years, and it brought together 3 disciplines, sub-disciplines of the business school. And these are sub-disciplines that you would expect in any business school around the world: accounting and finance, management and marketing, and economics and international business. Now, a couple of these areas, accounting and finance and economics, have been around for a long time. They started at the end of 1920s, early 1930s, but they've all come together as a business school just a few years ago. Since we became a business school, we've been growing around about 30% a year for the last 6-7 years. And to put that into context, the business schools in the UK as a whole have been growing at about 1% a year on average over the same period. And so we've grown very much quicker than the business schools in general. People ask me why that's the case. I think there's 2 reasons. One is the programs which we have built are very focused on employability, and the MSc Professional Accountancy is exactly that. And the second reason is that the lecturers are research active, and research active lecturers are incredibly important in terms of their enthusiasm for their subject. These are the people who leap out of bed in the morning and say, "Have fabulous, I'm off to teach accounting, I'm off to teach management, I'm off to teach economics," whatever. And it's that level of enthusiasm which spills over into their teaching, because they want to convince everybody in the class that their subject area is the most important thing in the world, as you can imagine. So focus on teaching and the quality of the programs themselves. So let's go over to the MSc Professional Accountancy, and best to ask Gizella to be able to talk about this. So would you like to take us through the next few slides, Gizella, and just explain about the MSc Professional Accountancy?
Yes, thank you, Bill. So like Bill mentioned, I am the program lead for the Masters in Professional Accountancy, but I also teach on the program on 2 modules, Professional Financial Reporting and Professional Management Accounting. So the program itself is a unique program. It is accredited by ACCA. We have the maximum level of exemptions from ACCA. We used to call them fundamental papers. It's F1 to F9. Now we call them applied knowledge and applied skills paper, but we are talking about the same 9 exemptions, the first 9 ACCA papers. But besides ACCA, the program is also accredited by ICAW and International Accountants as well, Association of International Accountants as well. We have 2 start dates, January and September start dates, and the entry requirement is a 2.2 UK equivalent, and we do consider work experience as well. What is required as an entry requirement is a degree which covered a reasonable amount of accounting and finance, mostly accounting, because we assume a basic understanding on accounting before we let someone to the program. We are being supported by ACCA, and it means that we have workshops organized by ACCA specifically for our MPA students. We have presentations from colleagues from ACCA. We have a special contract with ACCA, ACCA Accelerate, so our students can register under the ACCA Accelerate scheme, and the university pays the registration fee, and the students can get a huge amount of discount when they ask for their exemptions. So we have a really good relationship. We usually visit the ACCA headquarters in Glasgow, and you can see a photo of the last visit there. And during that visit, we have a chance to talk to ACCA members, have excellent presentations and workshops organized by ACCA. Thank you.
Yep. Shall I move on to the next slide?
Yes, please. Okay, so this is a list of the modules that you would study if you joined us. Audit assurance and professional ethics, professional management, accounting, tax compliance, professional financial reporting and reporting, financial management, and an accountancy project. These modules, the syllabus of these modules have been aligned with the ACCA requirements. So we cover the ACCA syllabus elements, and obviously we cover both theory and practice. So we offer a healthy combination of theory and practice. We have different assessment elements for these modules. Obviously, there is an exam element, but for every single module, we have coursework elements as well. It could be a class test, it could be a coursework, an individual one or a group one. It could be a presentation or a group project. So the assessment is a sort of combination of those. You need to achieve 40% for auditing, management, accounting, tax compliance, financial reporting, and financial management to be able to claim the exemptions from ACCA. If you wanted to claim exemptions from the other professional bodies, like I mentioned, ICAW or the Association of International Accountants, you need to achieve 50% or more for these exams, for these modules. So for ACCA, it's 40% or above, and you can get 9 exemptions from ACCA based on your MSc Professional Accountancy degree from the University of Dundee. I think that's it. If you have questions.
Okay, Gisella, I see a question about the project. They're wanting to have more details about the project. Can you tell us a little bit about how the project is supervised and run?
The project is during the summer semester. We have 3 semesters for this program. We have 2 modules for the autumn semester, 2 taught modules for the autumn semester, 2 for the spring semester, and we have financial management and the project for the summer semester. The project is a 60,000 word long literature-based project. We give the opportunity to the students to pick a recent topic related to professional accountancy. It could be tax, it could be auditing, it could be financial reporting. It's really up to the student, but it needs to be a recent and relevant topic. And based on that topic, we expect the students to produce an extended literature review, like I said, 6,000 words.
Okay.
We provide support. We have supervisors for the students, and we usually meet about 4 or 5 times during the summer and we can talk about, the project proposal. We can give feedback on that one. We can look through the draft chapters and even the draft version of the project as well, before they need to submit the project itself. And we also organize a few lectures on literature reviews, how to write literature review, how to be critical, critical writing, how to find appropriate literature and how to use them, how to refer them. So we provide that kind of support as well. We also have a support from the English department from the school, because even during the summer they are available and they can help with writing, grammatical corrections. So they are also available during the summer.
Okay, so there's a lot of support for the students in the project. Okay, why don't I just talk a little bit about the university as well now and go back to rankings. The university is reasonably, well, it is highly ranked in many ways in different ranking systems. The one which I focus on most and impresses me the most is the student experience, always ranked in the top couple in Scotland, but also in the top few in the United Kingdom. And I think that comes from three sources. The first source is the one which I've already mentioned, which is this focus and energy about teaching. The second is the shape of actually the geography of the campus. It's a smallish campus. University accommodation is on campus. If you live in private accommodation, then you will live very close to campus. People don't buy cars, they don't buy bicycles. They just walk to and from the campus to go to lectures and to socialize. And so you have this very strong community feeling from this campus. The campus is also right next to the city centre. The city might not be what you recognise as a city of millions of people or so, but this is about 100,000 people, so it has all of the facilities of a reasonable sized town. The campus is right next to the city centre. If you want to go further, you can walk to the bus station or the train station in about 5–10 minutes as well. So it's got this very strong community feeling from just the way the structure of the campus is set out. This third thing is the student union. Universities tend to have good years and bad years when it comes to the student union, depending on who the management is. But the University of Dundee, for the 24 years that I've been here, have found a way of passing the management of the student union forward in a very successful professional way. The student union manages the cafes and shops on campus. They manage, of course, all of the clubs and societies. But the most important thing to me is that it manages the feedback process, the feedback from students on modules, on programs, on the school, and at the university level as well. And that feedback is just gold. It's gold dust. It allows us to be able to react to what's going on an ongoing basis in real time. It allows us to work out how to improve the program, but also how to improve the support for students as we go along. As you can imagine, in the last year with COVID and all of the changes that we've had to go through, that feedback has been absolutely central to us being able to manage the process so that the students can be enjoying the whole process as well as you can under the circumstances as we go forward. So I think those are the three reasons why the student satisfaction is always so high. I want to tell you finally about three of the business societies. One is called DUBS, Dundee University School of Business Society. This is mostly focused on the social side for students, but it also has a number of workshops where it brings people in to talk about areas of business. Investment Society is for investment management, investment portfolio management. They have workshops. They bring in external people who are experts in investment management, and they will talk to the students and take students through workshops. And the third one is the Marketing Society, very similar to the investment one, but this time it brings in people who are marketing consultants to talk to the students. So they are experts in digital marketing, in search marketing, international marketing in general, and they come and talk to the students, plus run workshops as well. So very successful. Most students will be involved in these societies while they're here in Dundee. Listen, I think this is a good place to stop the sharing of the slides, and we're back to just the two of us on the page. I've got a couple of questions popped up to me, and it's always impressed me is your background. How did you become an academic? What did you do before so as to become an academic here at Dundee?
Okay, so my first degree is an economist teacher degree. I have that one from a few decades ago.
Okay.
But like I said, it's an economist teacher. My fields are accounting and statistics. So immediately after the university, I stayed at the Budapest University of Economic Sciences. I worked for the statistics department for a number of years. Then I wanted to use my accounting knowledge as well. So I moved to the Hungarian State Audit Office and worked as an auditor for a number of years. Then I wanted to try practice in the as well. So I moved to T-Mobile Hungary, and I was a chief accountant there for 10 years. Then my family decided to move to Scotland. So I did another MSc in International Accounting and Finance, did my PhD here in Scotland as well, and started to teach again at the University of Dundee.
So what always impresses me, and a lot of our colleagues are in the same boat, but it always impresses me is that you came from a very technical background. You've had enormous amount of work experience in the real world, you know, as we like to call it. And then you've come back, and it really shows in the way that you manage this program and look after this program. It shows that your background shows up all the time in the way you're talking to the students and the way you're helping the students as you go along. Can you tell me about your qualifications, your accounting qualifications? Professional qualifications?
I'm a certified accountant registered back in Hungary. I am also an academic member of the Association of International Accountants and a fellow of the Chartered Management Institute as well. So that's the professional background.
And again, that shows up as well. I mean, you're making sure that this program stays focused on the professional side. I mean, one of the really nice things about this program is that it allows you to what's the word, leverage your first degree. So if your first degree has got a lot of accounting in it, but it is not ACCA qualified or exempt, then here you come and you make use of your first degree to get onto the master's program. And in 1 year, you don't only get the 9, these are called skills and understanding papers now, aren't they?
Applied knowledge and applied skills.
Applied knowledge, okay. You get those exemptions and a master's degree, and the master's degree is always going to be very useful in the in employability terms as we go along. The other interesting thing that you mentioned was the January and September start. All of the master's programs are set up so as to be able to have a January and September start. And I'm confident that can you tell us a little bit about the January start as well as the September start? Because in all of the other programs, it makes no difference whether you start in September or January. It's set up in such a way to account for that.
That's the same for the Masters in Professional Accountancy as well. If you start in January, you will start with financial reporting and management accounting. Then you move to the summer semester where you have your project, where you have your financial management. And the last semester, in that case, is going to be auditing and taxation. Obviously, if you start in September, you start with auditing and taxation, move to financial reporting. But it doesn't make a difference because, like you said, the program is set up in a way that whether you join in January or in September, it doesn't really matter because you are being offered the exact same modules.
I'm guessing also because you've already got a background in accounting, it doesn't matter which order you do these modules in. It's just important to do all of the modules as you're going along. Yeah. They don't follow on to each other. So that's the main things. I guess the final thing, what makes it special? What makes this program special? Other than you, what makes the program
and
special?
And the other colleagues teaching on
yes,
the
that's
program.
true too. That's true too.
I think What makes it really special is the 9 exemptions that we can offer to the graduating students. And like I said, we try to combine practice and theory in a healthy way. So those who really like technical elements can enjoy the program as well, because it's not just about the theory of accounting, the theory of auditing. It's a rather a sort of nice combination of those. And we also try to prepare the students for life. Obviously, we try to improve the employability skills of the students. Is like I said, we have these ACCA workshops. We offer different courseworks, for example, group works, projects that can improve the students' employability skills. We have a really good relationship with CIMA as well, and they come along and we organize business games to the students as well. Workshops tend to be around CV writing, interview techniques, networking, the impacts of technology on the profession. So we really try to help with your life after the university as well.
Okay, very good. Listen, I don't think we've got any other questions, so maybe we finish it there. Thank you very much for joining us today, Gizella. And I hope this has been useful information for everybody interested in the MSc Professional Accountancy. The applications are on an ongoing basis, so you can just apply through the normal route at the moment. I think we leave it there. Thank you very much, Gizella, and goodbye to everybody. And
thank you, bye.
Hopefully we see you in Dundee. If you get to Dundee, please come knock on my door and tell me your journey here, because I'll always enjoy talking about people's life stories coming. And Gizella's also got an open door policy, so go and introduce yourself to her right at the start. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.